Yes, so my people, welcome back to Critics News with more update on as it take the go. In case you have not followed us on our social media handles, what are you waiting for? We did for Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook, and we are bringing you back-to-back update on as it take the go. And if you have not followed us also on TikTok, we still there. We are existing on TikTok, and the name has always remained the same at Critics News. There is nothing else to do. Just follow us on the social media handles, because if you have not done so. So we will not be bringing you back-to-back updates like before due to one or two issues that we are trying very hard to resolve. So, but it won't take much time before we finish up with the matter. We are working assiduously to make sure that we bring those pertinent issues to an end. It shall end in praises. Let's go straight to the reason why we are here without wasting your time. Earlier today, being the 14th day of November 2022, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case was held, and his matter was heard because the failed federal government of the Nigerian people, the Zoological Republic, which the Oponkonyanogoro in Asorok is heading with the aid of Abubakar Malami, we know they come here. They filed new 7-count frivolous charges against the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which is Onyendu here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, at the Federal High Court, which is being headed by Justice Binta Nyaku, the woman said that the way they see the matter, say that all this, remember what I told you previously, that all these cases brought and the charges brought against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot stick to him. I said, why? She said that it's because of the ruling from the Court of Appeal and other court rulings, including that of Abia State, which we have a little clip of here when that was heard. Okay, so they say that it can't stick on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of the previous rulings. So the failed president, the Nigerian government was left with shame because the state execution was overruled here at the Federal High Court, and they are waiting for a final judgment from the Supreme Court. Look at it on the headline. Breaking: Nigerian court declines to entertain further charges against IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu pending Supreme Court ruling on bail. And they suspended this issue indefinitely. So, which means as it is now, Buhari now, all this run up and down, Janglova, Obirimoto, way they do up and down, like say don't end. So you know go fee run the matter again on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And here too, before we bring you the details, they say that abducted Nigerian female secondary school student gives birth in terrorist camp. No be small thing, no. They say that the terrorists now, they are doing babysitting because one of our students gave birth to a bouncing baby in the den of kidnappers. And we don't suffer for this country. Imagine what the trauma that the baby... Abi, does the terrorists, I don't even understand what is going on. Does it mean that terrorists have hospitals, they have nurses, they have terrorist doctors and everything? This country has been divided, but you don't know. Because you can't just tell me that an ordinary kidnapper will kidnap a pregnant woman, who is about to give birth, and before you know it, they don't born, and you still hold the person in the, detention camp, in the, hideout. It's not possible. So, which means that these terrorists are well organized. They must have grabbed land. Oh, sorry, I forgot that they now rule half of Kaduna State. RFI is ruling half of Kaduna. Breaking: Nigerian court declines to entertain further charges against IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu pending Supreme Court ruling on bail. Now, they say that the Federal High Court in Abuja has refused to entertain any further charge against the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, pending the Supreme Court's ruling on his bail. Justice Binta Nyaku said the court lacks the jurisdiction to entertain any further charge against Kanu in view of the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which was in favor of Kanu. This was stated in a statement made available to Sahara reporters on Monday by IPOB's lead counsel, Sir Ifeanyi Ejiofor Esquire. He noted that the court ruled that it lacked the jurisdiction to continue to sit on Kanu's case because of its earlier judgment on his trial. Even the High Court, Federal High Court, Abuja, has ruled on this matter, that this matter don't tire them, before they handed it over to the Court of Appeal, which discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the statement read, the court, by his lordship, Honorable Justice Binta Nyaku, is in agreement with us that it lacks the jurisdiction to entertain any further charge against Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in view of the landmark judgment of the Court of Appeal. I hope that you people remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted at the Court of Appeal. And it is on that ruling that Binta Nyaku stood and said that there is nothing she can do. Remember also that the Court of Appeal said that this case cannot be entertained by any other lower court in the country. The matter was consequently adjourned sine die, pending the outcome of the appeal at the Supreme Court. We are winning. Supreme Court have, here we come. No going back on Onyendu's freedom. So this is what the Supreme Court said, based on this, not the Supreme Court, Federal High Court. Now it is left to the Supreme Court to have the final say on this matter. And from there, we'll now take it up. Our appeal to set aside the order staying the execution of Onyendu's judgment will be fixed for hearing any moment from now. Sarah reporters had reported how the appeal court ruled in October, that was October 13th, that the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya was illegal and therefore ordered that he should be discharged and acquitted, which the failed fake president of the Zoological Republic had refused to adhere to. The court was ruling in the appeal filed by Kanu challenging the criminal charges against him. Kanu had been rearranged before a federal high court on amended 15 counts bordering on treasonable felony preferred against him by the Nigerian government. However, on April 8, Justice Binta Nyaku struck out 8 of the 15 count charges that the federal government, frivolous charges to be specific, that the federal government brought against him. While ruling on the preliminary objection seeking to quash the charges, the judge said count 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14 had not disclosed any offense against the defendant, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then the charges that were struck out below are as follows. Count 6, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made broadcasts to attack officers of the Nigerian police force. Count 7, made broadcasts in which he incited members of the public to hunt and attack officers of the Nigerian police. Then count 8, made broadcasts in which he directed members of the IPOB to manufacture bombs. Count 9, made broadcasts on diverse dates in furtherance of his terrorism against the Nigerian state and with the intent to destabilize the fundamental political and economic structures of Nigeria. Incited members of the public to stop the Anambra governorship election. Then count 10, incited members of the public to destroy public facilities. Count 11, threatened members of the public not to come out on 31st May 2011. Count 12, made broadcasts with the intention to incite members of the public to stage a violent revolution in furtherance of acts of terrorism. Then count 14, directed members of the public to destroy the public transport system in Lagos, resulting in major economic loss to the governor. Then Binta Nyaku had said that count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 15 shows some allegations which the defendant had to answer, which when brought to the Court of Appeal, they quashed all of them, discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. However, Kanu, through his team of lawyers led by Mike Ozekome, which is a senior advocate of Nigeria, filed an appeal marked CA/ABJ/CR/625/2022, praying the court to quash the remaining 7 counts for being devoid of merit. The appeal equally prayed the court to order his release on bail pending the determination of his appeal. This was how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case went today, being the 14th day of November 2022. Let me quickly play you a reminder on why no other charges will hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or be able to stick or work against him. Now listen to this earlier update.
The Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia has ordered the federal government to pay the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, the sum of 500 million naira as damages following his illegal abduction and human rights abuse from Kenya. The court also ordered the federal government to return him to Kenya from where he was extradited to Nigeria on the 19th of June 2021. The presiding judge, Justice Evelyn Anyadike, insisted the extradition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya without recourse to the legal process was a flagrant abuse of his fundamental human rights. Justice Anyadike held that the respondent failed to disprove the claims of the applicants that he was arrested, blindfolded, tortured, and chained to the ground for 8 days in Kenya before his extradition to Nigeria. Mr. Kanu, through his special counsel, Aloy Jimako, had approached the court challenging his extradition from Kenya. The court dismissed the federal government's objections to its jurisdiction and upheld all the reliefs sought by Kanu.
Nnamdi Kanu to the status quo ante bellum, to his status as of June 19, 2021. And that prayer was granted. What it means is that the government is now required to take steps to restore Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya, or if they wish, to his country of second nationality, which is the United Kingdom. And then the next most important relief, as far as we are concerned, is halting his prosecution. So we're happy with the outcome, and we believe that this judgment today has strengthened the previous judgment of the Court of Appeal on 13th October.
Now, I don't see these are the reasons why Nigeria cannot do anything against this man. The right thing to do right now, as it is to just tell him, pack your load and go. That is what they are supposed to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But, of course, we know the Nigerian government that they don't obey their own court orders. Not be juju be that. Nakwe HQ abducted Nigerian female secondary school and student gives birth in terrorist camp. Now, they say that a 16-year-old abducted female student of Federal Government College, Benin Uwari in Kebbi State, has given birth to a child in captivity. According to PRO Nigeria, the young mother is among 11 remaining female students yet to be released after gunmen abducted over 100 students and 8 teachers and killed a policeman in the mixed boarding school on June 17, 2021. Since June last year, they have been in captivity till now. I don't know whether now from Boko Haram hand, now it take get belle, or now for when she day school, now she take get belle. 16 years old girl. A few days after the abduction, security operatives succeeded in rescuing some of the students, while others escaped from the gunmen in the process of taking them away. The bandits also released the teachers and the 30 of the students. Waiting they can do with the rest of the girls. They said the girl, whose name could not be confirmed as of press time, delivered a baby boy in the abductors' camp in the forest. PRO Nigeria said it learned from sources. One of the sources told the parents of the 11 remaining school girls in captivity that they expressed great concern despite payments of ransom and prisoner swaps with abductors at different times. When the government, especially Governor Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi, which demanded ransom, families of the abducted students contributed and paid the ransom for the release of their daughters. It is disheartening that the bandits collected huge ransoms and married off some of the victims and yet refused to release the remaining abductees, the source added. Una don't hear matter, 16 years old girl now with the little baby, they don't go through hellfire in the hands of terrorists. This is a country, last 1 year, but go and see the number of army in the southeast that are killing innocent people and shooting sporadically on daily basis. That's where you see guns and bullets. But when it comes to rescuing people, they will not go there to do that. Let me know what you think about it. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we wish you quick freedom any moment from now. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Drop your comments below. Don't forget to share and thumbs up. Ciao.